So the superhero of Operation Sindoor, BrahMos missiles proved their mettle, and how in the last few days. Sources have confirmed to us that the BrahMos missile was fired 15 times to decimate Pakistani air bases. This was on the intervening night of May 9th and May 10th when India hit back at Pakistan. Now, according to sources, the Indian Air Force used pilotless target aircraft to provoke Pakistani radars and air defense systems into action. Once they were activated, India deployed the Harab kamikaze drones to disable, damage those very systems. And this move paved the way for further missile attacks using BrahMos and Scud cruise missiles. The aircraft carrying these missiles took off from various bases under India's western and southwestern air commands. And these attacks struck critical locations, including a hangar in Sindh, where Pakistan reportedly lost extremely important crucial equipment, including UAVs and an airborne surveillance aircraft. It was all strategically done with these precision strikes. Now, this entire operation has proven to us how the BrahMos has truly been a game changer in India's arsenal. It has a low flying capability. It's a supersonic missile. The missile is highly accurate, which is why precision strikes were even possible. It's also very difficult to intercept. The BrahMos has both nuclear and conventional warheads, as we just showed you there. It's also capable of engaging land targets, sea targets, and air-based targets. The range of land and ship-based versions is about 800 to 900 kilometers. What we mean by that is the BrahMos also can be fired from an INS Vikrant. The air-launched versions have a range of 450 to 500 kilometers. Made in India, the BrahMos has truly been a game-changer for our forces.
BrahMos, 21वीं सदी की अतुलनीय प्रिसिजन स्ट्राइक मिसाइल, जिसे भूमि, समुद्र और हवाई प्लेटफॉर्म से बड़े स्टैंड ऑफ रेंज से दिन रात और हर मौसम में दागा जा सकता है। BrahMos भारतीय सशस्त्र बलों के लिए प्रथम पसंदीदा हथियार बन गई है। यह यूनिवर्सल मिसाइल आधुनिक युद्ध क्षेत्र में बहुभूमिका, बहुलक्ष्य और बहु प्लेटफॉर्म लॉन्च क्षमताओं के साथ एक प्रमुख फोर्स मल्टीप्लायर के रूप में स्थापित हो चुकी है। भारत और रूस की सर्वश्रेष्ठ तकनीकी क्षमताओं का उपयोग करते हुए BrahMos एरोस्पेस ने दुनिया में सबसे कम समय में एक अद्वितीय उत्पाद तैयार किया है। 12 जून 2001 को अपनी पहली सफल लॉन्चिंग के बाद से BrahMos ने विभिन्न प्लेटफॉर्मों से अलग-अलग परिदृश्यों में 100 से अधिक परीक्षणों का विश्व स्तरीय रिकॉर्ड बनाया है, जिसमें इसकी सफलता दर सर्वोच्च रही है और इसकी श्रेष्ठता प्रमाणित हुई है।
साथियों, हर भारतीय को गर्व होता है जब वो सुनता है कि भारत में बनी BrahMos मिसाइल अपनी कैटेगरी में सबसे घातक और सबसे आधुनिक मानी जाती है। कई देशों के लिए BrahMos मिसाइल उनकी पसंदीदा चॉइस बनकर उभरी है।
BrahMos एरोस्पेस रक्षा स्वदेशीकरण के महत्वाकांक्षी मेक इन इंडिया कार्यक्रम का सच्चा ध्वजवाहक है। डिजाइन इन इंडिया, मेक इन इंडिया और मेक फॉर इंडिया प्रयासों के माध्यम से इस संयुक्त उद्यम ने 200 से अधिक घरेलू, सार्वजनिक और निजी रक्षा उद्योगों, संस्थानों और संगठनों को शामिल करते हुए एक मजबूत मिसाइल औद्योगिक कंसोर्टियम की स्थापना की है, जो BrahMos उत्पादन और स्वदेशीकरण कार्यक्रम के विभिन्न पहलुओं में समर्पित रूप से लगे हुए हैं।
रक्षा मंत्रालय का एक विभाग है DRDO, उसके द्वारा यह तय किया है हम लोगों ने। मिसाइल का नाम तो सुना होगा, बड़ी खतरनाक चीज होती है। कभी कोई कल्पना नहीं करता था कि उत्तर प्रदेश में मिसाइल बने। बहनों भाइयों, उत्तर प्रदेश में इसी लखनऊ के पास में BrahMos मिसाइल बनेगी।
आज रक्षा क्षेत्र की आत्मनिर्भरता हम सबके सामने है और भारत की BrahMos मिसाइल का केंद्र भी लखनऊ हो चुका है। यहाँ पर बनने वाली मिसाइल जब भारत की सीमाओं पर उड़ती है तो दुश्मन के चक्के जुड़ते हैं।
We have expanded and expedited our overall production and integration capacity. The dedicated BrahMos Manufacturing Center being set up in Lucknow as a part of the UP Defence Industrial Corridor will be a major addition to the existing BrahMos production facilities across the country. Lucknow unit will expedite the production, integration and assembly of BrahMos systems to meet the growing demand for the missiles both in the national and international sphere.
हम शांति का वह हथियार बनाते हैं जो भारत को गर्वित करता है। जय हिंद।
So that's a video released by the Defence Ministry highlighting for you the features of the BrahMos. Made in India, as the Defence Minister said, made in parts of Uttar Pradesh and now serving the entire country. It's the first time the BrahMos missile was used and how it's delivered. In fact, Gaurav Sawant spoke exclusively with the American urban warfare expert John Spencer about India's Operation Sindoor, particularly about how the BrahMos missile delivered.
15 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles were fired at Pakistan military bases, apart from the targeting of 9 terror camps. What does this say of India's intent with the missiles finding their target?
One, it shows an undeniable military superiority that India was able to launch those missiles and hit every target, which is no easy task. There's radars, there's interceptors, there's all kinds of things, but also shows the precision. India was not going, escalating. It was responding to being attacked both from a terror attack and from the Pakistani military. So those very specific precision-guided munitions that can hit within 3 meters, essentially, was a very big choice to make sure that they're hitting what they want, to send the exact message that they want, which is we can hit any site in Pakistan that we want, but we're showing restraint as a sign of strength and establishing a new doctrine, basically.
Explain this new doctrine in your appreciation as someone who studies urban warfare very closely, the action on ground and what Prime Minister Narendra Modi said about dealing with Pakistan's state-sponsored terror.
Yeah, it's been really amazing to watch in a short amount of time to basically establish a new strategic doctrine, which is no easy task. The first part of it was that any terror attack will be immediately responded to with force. I've been to Mumbai. I've studied the 2008 Mumbai attack. That's a very different approach, even in Balakot in 2019, to say we will respond with overwhelming but precise force to any terror attack. And this is basically establishing a new red line for India not to seek other means and first respond with military force. But then there are other aspects to this which are really important. I mean, the comment about terrorism and talk. So terrorism and then we negotiate and seek diplomatic means don't mix, just like blood and water don't mix. That was a very powerful statement. Then the other aspect was the no nuclear blackmail, right? So this state sponsorship of many terrorist organizations, especially Lashkar-e-Taiba, with the Pakistan ISI trained, financed, and deployed into India to do attacks, that nuclear blackmail will no longer be the excuse to why people should say that this should be accepted. India is saying no longer will this reckless, basically, nuclear blackmail be the reason that this is allowed to continue, which I think the entire world should take note of that. Everybody usually steps in because these are, Pakistan has a nuclear weapon, saying, look, you gotta not respond. You have to keep this at a certain level. Absolutely, India did do that. It provided immediate responses proportionate to the objective that they were trying to achieve, but no more nuclear blackmail. Just because you have a nuclear weapon in the world, let alone if you're a state backer of terrorism, doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want. But India also showed, in order to establish this new doctrine, you have to have deterrence. And India showed and validated their military superiority, both offensively, so being able to hit any site, but also defensively. So Pakistan wasn't able to hit a single site in India, even though they targeted civilian and military sites.